Good morning. Good morning. Got some Palo Santo this morning. Hair's getting everywhere. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm so grateful for you and for this space. Thank you for being here. And it's the end of the astrological year. I wanted to really honor that there might be a little bit of, we have a new moon, so that's usually when we're planting seeds for manifestation. But it's still Mercury retrograde, and Mercury's going to go direct on the Aries Equinox with like a slew of planets all in Aries energy. So there's this quiet, and I don't want to call it somber, but there is it's the end of year. It's the end of the astrological year. So I have my workbook. I want to ask some questions, some, journal prompts and different things like that to really give the week and giving the end of the year. Like, I love when things end. I really do. And it's something special that I learned just the other day about projectors, that we really can't celebrate until the end of something, or we can't see something clearly until the end of something. And as a projector, that tracks. I didn't know that. And so yeah, it's exciting. Good morning. Good morning. It's very exciting and honoring every breath of the end until the sun goes into Aries season, which will be the astrological new year. And good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. I'm really excited and really grateful. And I think that, I have two resources for the new moon in Pisces, because it might feel like that, like an odd push-pull, but really being present with yourself, be where your feet are, be where your point of power and attraction is. That's going to help kind of navigate to the North Star. I'm so happy I have as well. I'm so grateful to share this space with you. I love our Mondays. It was 2222 on the live when you said that. That's beautiful. I love this space, and I love how we show up, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm really, really grateful. So thank you for making the time and creating the time, and for sharing the time, sharing the space. It's a special thing. It's a really special thing. So yeah, there's three questions, if you've been here for a while, that I ask at kind of the beginning and the end of pretty much every cycle. I like to do that on Sundays. Sundays is kind of my day with the God of my understanding. So I do a little bit of personal development, and not every Sunday. Sometimes I just plow. But the three questions that I ask at the end of every cycle is, what did I do well? What did I not do so well, or what could I improve upon? And what is fully integrated? So when we look back to last March, last Aries Equinox, we can ask that question. You could do what is it? Solstice to equinox. Like, you could do the Capricorn solstice until now. You could do the Libra equinox until now. It's completely up to you. However long you want to kind of like bucket this in. This could be last Monday until now, but that's like the biggest three questions that I like to ask in between every cycle. And again, I sometimes do this every Sunday, so you can definitely do that. But I was going back to the workbook, and I was looking at the 2026 companion and all signs readings. That is available on my website. It's $20.26. I reference it a lot, and I use it a lot. So I'm so happy to share this with you. There was a few other questions that I ask, and please journal these down or go watch the replay or take one of them. It's completely up to you. But what was the biggest theme that came out of the past year? And like, was it physical? Was it financial? Was it relationships? Was it daily life? Whatever it may be. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. So what was the biggest theme that came out of the past year, or these questions? It's kind of like for more year to year. So I'd use that for the year review if you do it, or for 6 months. But the first three questions that I'd said earlier are like the best for smaller ones or bigger ones, completely up to you. And one of the most important nuances to that, and how did I face it? Did I face it head on, Or did it take a few times for me to surrender and find my footing again? Like, what was the biggest theme that came up? And, when I think of themes, it's kind of like, was there a challenge? Was there a 0 to 1 that I was trying to work on? Was there a development, or was there an education that I was trying to really face? Or was there something that the God of my understanding was presenting to me over and over and over again? Kind of like in a video game, like, you have to beat Bowser at this level. I'm a millennial, so like Nintendo 64 is like the last time I played video games. So that's kind of like the stock image that comes to my mind is Mario 64. Like, you can't go to the next level of Bowser until you compete, like until you beat Bowser at this level. You can literally spend your time on the infinite staircase. And this might not be a reference that everybody gets, and I apologize, but on Mario 64, you could go to a staircase. You're trying to get to the next level, and you could just run and run and run and run and run. You could spend your entire life just running up the infinite stairs to try to get to the next level. But until you beat a certain level, you can't get to the next level. It's a contrast of what I am not seeing in my projections, and why do I go so far into people pleasing when people are never pleased anyways? Need those 70 stars, LOL, for sure. Yes, I love it. Okay, good. The video, it's Super Mario and Mario 64 and like some Mario Kart, some Diddy Kong Racing. That's like where it ends. So I apologize. It's like, unless you know how to break the game and launch up glitch. That's a whole nother quantum tale in and of itself. So I feel that. You are not as old fashioned as you think. Don't worry. It's a reference Zoomers really know. Okay, good. Good. Oh, beautiful. And that's beautiful what you said about like, why do I go so far into people pleasing when people are never really pleased anyways? It's that realization is where change happens. It's very, very beautiful. Like, where that realization is like, oh, I'm trying to do this. I'm on this merry-go-round and I'm getting the same patterns and the same results over and over and over. It's kind of like you Zach Morris yourself, and it's like, oh, I can see clearly that people aren't ever pleased, but if I please myself, then that kind of changes the whole world. Yeah. We can't change the world, but by changing ourselves, let me rephrase. We can't change the world. We can only change ourselves, but by changing ourselves, we change the world. Yeah, the glitch in the simulation. And just choosing differently glitches the simulation. I love when I see a glitch in the matrix, and it was something, there's a channeler, Elizabeth April, that she had given this reference a long time ago, where she's like, when you see a glitch in your matrix, you can actively like be aware of it, and then also like actively say, like, what else do I want to have glitched? What else do I want to have changed? Like, whew, beautiful. Journal prompts for personal development. What did I do well? What did I not do so well? Yes, yes. Thank you for putting those down. I appreciate that. Yes. Yes, beautiful. There's a glitch that I realized the other day that was kind of huge. I was going on my walk in the woods, and there's this path that I walk, at least once a week. And by the time I had seen this glitch, I hadn't been there in a while. There was a lot of snow in New England this winter, so I like physically couldn't like trudge through the snow in that area. It just wasn't a pleasing walk. And I went on my walk, and I got to the area, like there's like this big path, and then it gets to like the mouth of the woods. And I was walking this path. There was like 3 to 5, I took a video of it, huge trees in the middle of this area that I swear were never there before. Like, and I took a video of it. I remember I was like, this was not here the last time I was here. Like, pretty incredibly tall, beautiful trees. And so it was like this, I see you, God. I see you. I see you. Yes. If you start using game genie codes before you master the game, you're asking for trouble. Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I love the glitches in the matrix. It's kind of cool when that happens. And it reminds me when those things happen that whatever inner work I'm doing is reflecting out into the external. So it's really cool when those moments happen, whether they're big or small. We can peg them to be like, oh, this was here, this wasn't here. Or sometimes like I have time jumps where I forget doing something. Like the other day, like I was having a snack, and then I looked over, and the plate that I had the snack on was gone, and it was already like washed dry. I was like, I don't remember doing that. Like, I at all remember doing that, but I guess I did. So it's kind of it's kind of exciting. So I love it when that happens. But yeah, for this week, it's super funky. I love it when it's just wild that like when we really float above ourselves and realize that we reside in a video game that's controlled by our thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. It's kind of like is wonky. Yeah. The clocks will jump some days. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. And it's really special and really cool when that happens. It's really I had a day that was like 5 days in one the other day. Like it was just time was molasses and I was really sinking into it. I was enjoying life. So I was like, that's great. I'll take that. I'll enjoy that for sure. But yeah, really spending some time with whatever Bowser you are facing right now, or whatever Bowser the past 11/11 was in the past year for you. What was it? And give it a name, give it a theme, and really like do some deep diving journaling into like how did I face it? Was I afraid or did I show up scared? How did I actually face what was being presented to me? Yes. Yes, noticing a lot more glitches, yes. As long as the discernment gauge is maxed out, yes, yes. Oh, I've been there, I've been there, I've been there. Yes, that's daily grounding, 100%. So, like, I agree with you, as long as the discernment gauge is maxed out, like, and really being grounded here in your present reality. So it does take a lot of grounding for sure. Yes, yes. It is lovely, and I there was a channeler, I forget, a while ago that had just given a very simple analogy of it. It's like when you're laughing and you're having fun with a friend or you're in a really great environment, you're like, time flies by. But then it's like, I don't know if you're like me, but if I have nothing to do, but if I have like a late afternoon commitment, I'm like, oh, the day's gone. I can't do anything today. I can't. I have a 4 p.m. 15-minute conversation. So the day I can't leave the house. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. And it's like you kind of like give it this, and like time just like slowly ticks by, slowly. When you're having fun and you're in bliss and you're in a different vibration, time just flies by. So I loved that perspective. It was kind of really beautiful. I love that. Yeah, really looking anxiety is my kryptonite. That's what freezes me. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Anxiety can be a real, like the way that I describe it in sessions and in my work. It's like you're aware that you're in a cage inside of yourself. You're aware that you have a key, but you're like, I'm in this cage. I'm in this cage. So I see you, I respect you. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Still are big, disgusting and scary, huge. I still let them go. Feel like big, scary boulder that I need to release. Kidney stone inside of them. Crying does help. 100% crying helps. And I think I mentioned this last week, and I think we talked about it last week, but the hypnosis tapes, like the evening meditation tapes and having those on can be really transformative and really helpful. And it's a passive thing. You can just have the Spotify playlist or a playlist, a YouTube playlist on in the background while you sleep, and it gets into the unconscious and the subconscious, and it can really be soothing and helpful. Really be soothing. Yes. Oh, cry. Cry it out. It is Pisces season. If crying is not a food group, we're not doing it right. Cry it out. Cry it out. And it's Mercury retrograde. Like there's so much validation. Like trust the tears. Yes. Yes, exactly. Crying is huge. And letting those emotions be big and letting them come up. Yes. Good morning, Mason. Good morning. Letting those emotions come up, and when you feel them, something that I've really been integrating, and it has not been easy, is the fast past few times I've had a big cry, to try not to label it and try not to say like, oh, this is me processing my inner child, blah blah blah, and just let the emotions be its thing. Let the emotions be there. Yes. Let it be there. Let it be there. Yeah. Yes, meet them, at them, and they'll pass over you. Beautifully said. It's there's very much validation, or I don't even want to say validation. There's truth to the only way out is through. So when we hold it in, it's like holding in a burp, or pardon me, but like a fart. It's like it's got to come out. Like the tears have to come out at some point, and it is. And an old mentor of mine, she called tears wringing out the poison, and that really slapped. It was like, just let it come out. Let it come out. Let it come out. Yes. I'm so grateful you're here. Oh, so beautiful that you're here. So lovely. I'm so grateful that the channel has been a nice supportive space for you. I'm so grateful. We're a real special community around here. Yeah. Whatever has to come out. And but honest to goodness, Pisces season, just label, like, we're sitting in mutable water energy. We're sitting in mutable water energy. Mars is in mutable water. Mercury retrograde is in mutable water. The North Node is in mutable water. The South Node is in Virgo, mutable Earth, trying to make sense of it and overdo it and try to find that perfectionist side. Where when we sit with the emotions and the tears, we sit with a version of ourselves that is vulnerable and that needs love. That's beautiful. Yeah. 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 That metaphor, the wringing out the poison, has helped me in so many times. It just, I feel so much better after a tuckered out cry. So much better every single time. There's never a time that I've regretted crying. Never. Even in what I might have labeled as awkward or uncomfortable moments, I never regret it. And I have learned to love my emotions and learn to love my body and the way it expresses itself, and letting that be a really healthy way to express myself. Yes. Yes. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you're here. I love this space. Yeah. I recorded 2 videos this morning. They're on change, and I'm absolutely fascinated by change and where change actually lives and where change comes from. So I have a shorter video today. It's like kind of in the style of the channeled messages. I was talking to the God of my understanding this morning about where change lives. So that video, it's like a 5-minute video that I'll post today. And then I did a little bit of a deep dive, which I'll post tomorrow, which talks about like the way that I've integrated change in my life and the way that it comes from within for sure. And then it starts to express itself kind of like those glitches in the matrix outside of us, but like what has actually been shifting in my life, like the way things have, how do I say, some of the shifts that I've made to actually integrate change into my life. So I'm excited about that. I think that that's a perfect theme for us to kind of be talking about this week, going from like Pisces energy to Aries energy. It's one of, yeah, I would say like water to fire seasons. Pisces to Aries is probably one of the most like, I'm gonna punch you in the teeth kind of changing of energy in the best of ways. You know, I am an Aries, so like this, it's an Aries sun. So it's, I love Aries season, but I think my favorite changes of seasons are Aries to Taurus is one of my favorite. Yes. Sorry. I apologize. I hope it's not. It does feel pretty intense. Yeah. Yeah. 12 to 1, like the ending and the beginning, it does feel very, very intense for sure. And it's like hot steam. Yeah. It's a big shift. It's a big shift. I mean, the moment that the sun goes into Aries energy, and we'll talk about that next week. We'll have the sun in Aries, the moon in Aries, Venus in Aries, Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, and Chiron in Aries. So that's going to be awesome. That's going to be a lot. That happens on Friday, Eastern time. It's like very different energy. And Mercury will go direct on Friday, which is very exciting. Mercury will be, or all planets will be direct from this Friday until the first week of May. So I'm jazzed for that. Yes. Yes. All systems go. 100% Mason. Yes. I've been journaling so much about change. And I wrote about how it's one of the only things that we are promised, really. Yes. Watching the seasons change to autumn to the southern hemisphere makes me see that. That's beautifully. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Yes. Imagine a ship coming to shore with something you really want. You can take it as it comes. That's beautiful. Oh, thank you for sharing that, channeler. Yes. Exactly. I like a baby born this coming Friday, like they're not messing around. Absolutely. And put what you want to release on the ship. Beautiful. Last year around this time of year, things were totally different. Excited to see where this year takes me. Huge. And then it leaves into the sea. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just got the image of the end of Lord of the Rings. That was beautiful. Yes, that sounds so lovely. That sounds so lovely. If you feel called, you can link the video if you'd like to. That sounds beautiful. Yeah. It's the astrologer gem goddess. Yes. Ooh, 2026 is the year of my spiritual glow up. Oh my goodness, receive that. I love that. Huh, beautiful. There's so much beauty in this fresh start. It is like Mason said, like fresh start, like all systems go, like do it, do it, do it, do it. When all planets are direct and we get that small window every year, and yeah, it's going to be until the beginning of May when Pluto goes retrograde. And yes, Mason, boats and ships for you. Huge, huge. This is a beautiful time, and one thing that I talk about in the 2026 workbook and the whole companion, focus on one thing. Focus on one thing and bring it to task. And I'll talk about that in the deep dive video tomorrow. I mention it in the workbook. I mention it in my blog, how to actually integrate metaphysical practices without getting overwhelmed is I love that. I love that. The Sag moon. When we take one thing to task, we actually integrate that change. And so I would focus on one thing and let it be big enough that it's an umbrella of whether it's financial or all different things that could be like the big umbrella that once that one thing changes, then a lot of other things also change. Ooh. Ooh, that's a great question. Why is sea energy calling on the collective so strongly? Is it the Palladians or is it the fire outside the world needs water to help the collective ground better? That's a great question. I think the first thing that comes to mind is the North Node in Pisces, our collective destiny, I think, from my lens. And I think of water can be washing away in so many different ways when we cleanse and clear ourselves and we don't really question. Like when we take a shower, we don't question the water, like, did you clean me enough? And so when we actually focus on the purity of water, and Pam Gregory has done, a lot of interviews about water as a frequency of Christ consciousness, of God consciousness, and that it's literally like life. So it's connecting to the water, praying over the water, asking it to cleanse and clear not only us, but every soul, every person that it ever touches. So there's a lot. And I think that it could be yes to all of the things that you said there. Yes. Yes. Huge. From the snake year, from like, what was it? The wood snake to the fire horse? Man, yes. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for doing that. I love that. The great sea is a luna and the cosmic womb. That's so true. That's so true. The cleansing and clearing of water is so profound. And so I think it could be yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes to every single bit of that. Yes. Oh, wow. The Great Lakes call specifically huge, Mason. Ocean was always too salty for me. Freshwater may be significant here. Cancer rising and Saturn love the lake. Yes, yes. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yes, the baptism is important for a reason, that cleansing and clearing, and it's instantaneous, huge. So many different ways that we can view the healing energy of water. So many different ways. I love that. As a landlocked Cancer moon rising, I must have regular baths. That is like integral to your life. Yes, 100% needed to be, needed to be. And there have been many times that I have purposefully asked in baths to hop paradigms. That's another thing that you can do and kind of set your intention going into it. That could be oh, I'm having a full body chill. That could be a fun thing to do for the new moon in Pisces is to purposely like when I go into here, I'm shifting timelines, I'm hopping paradigms and like have a clear focus of where you're going, dunk into the water. Sorry. And then come out and be like, it's here. It's here. Yeah. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Still clearing. 100%. There's a different vibe. Yes. I couldn't agree more. I mean, best meditations and downloads in the bathroom too. 100%. Sometimes the most profound, could not agree more. Most profound ideas. Like, sometimes I have a whole podcast idea that comes from being in the shower. So many beautiful things that come from it. I couldn't agree more. I'm just like, I wish I had a pen and paper in here, but I try my best to remember each of them, or sometimes it's just the fleeting moment. But yeah, it's so special. The bathroom is such a portal. I love it. Mason, those are huge questions. Why is the shower like a portal? That's a huge question. It's very much, this is more to do with leadership and personal growth and development, where I forget if it was Lewis Howes or, oh my goodness, what was it? There's a different podcaster. Oh my goodness, I forget his name, Chris something or other, where they talked about like what you think about in the shower is sometimes like what you really care about. Like it's kind of like when you look at what's your soul mission, or what are you supposed to be doing, or what's your, compelling vision or your destiny, because no one's coming when you're in the shower. Nobody needs you. Like you're kind of safe, and like unless you're a mom or a pop, like you're in there and that's just you and you and you. So if you're thinking, like sometimes when I'm like, you're just thinking about your YouTube community, you're thinking about your podcast episodes, you're doing this, I'm like, that's what I live and breathe and care about. And so that's definitely what I'm focused on when I'm in there. So like yeah, point of transition for water. So it becomes a transition place for your thoughts. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Ooh, manifesting that for sure. Moving to Hawaii. That sounds beautiful. I think that's like, I've heard perspectives that Hawaii is like the top of Lemuria, like technically. And like please don't quote me on that, but I've heard many perspectives and like that's the tip of Lemuria. So that's very special. Yes. Building. Ooh, building in the shower. I like that. I like that. It's a very special space. It's a sacred space for sure. For sure. And it brings you, yes. Wow, that is so special. Oh my goodness, has been calling you since you were a child. That is so special. Oh, I'm celebrating that move. I'm celebrating that location for you. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Oh, yes. That's so beautifully said. Yes, your subconscious speaks to us in interesting ways when we listen and know where to listen. Yes. I just zone out in a very hot shower. Sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes that's okay. And sometimes, like, yes. Hello, hello. Yes, yes. I find like the shower, I'm not very knowledgeable, isn't Lemuria a place in space that used to exist? It used to be physical space here. And like kind of like Atlantis was a physical space here. And Atlantis kind of like, in my perspective, there are many perspectives. Like, so it's like mine is not doctrine in any capacity. But yeah, it was a physical place on like on Earth. And then it kind of, we chose in Lemuria to kind of like collapse that timeline, where Atlantis like you did things. And love your glasses. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love these. It's TIJN eyewear. They have some really bold and really fascinating and lovely glasses, and these just hit the spot. They hit the spot. Yes. And it's very much, I find that being amongst the elements, and when to reference like spaces where you can really listen. Sometimes when I'm in the woods, the trees really hold me. Sometimes when I'm on the ocean really holds me, or on a lake, or just in any body of water or river. But it's when I go to more ancient spaces where I don't have to be talking to a person, where it's like, no, no, the elements can talk to me. Yes. This is a beautiful collective today. Yes. It really is special here. Thank you for being here. I feel so blessed to be here with you, and just so grateful for every single one of you. And it's a privilege to create this with you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. One push technology and the other push the spirit. Yes. 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 100%. It's helpful to connect with Gaia, and to really like, please take the thought when you're on the walk, go hug the tree. If you're worried about somebody seeing you and judging you, they wanted to hug the tree, but they were worried about it. So hug the tree and love the tree and express gratitude for the tree, and do not worry if someone is judging you. Like that's their reality. Yes. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're enjoying the videos. It's my pleasure. Yes. Hug the tree. Please do it. The tree, Like, it's so beautiful when you can just like I was on a walk yesterday and I just like was hugging a tree and then finally like when you're hugging someone and your shoulders can just like, oh, thank you. I was like, take whatever you need and just take it. And I'm so grateful. Like you're in no rush and you're just here. And I'm just so grateful. Like just hug that tree. Hug that tree. Yes. Love everything, even the person judging without judging or judgment. Yes, yes. Oh, I love that. A great way to connect with Gaia is to feed the birds and squirrels. It's fun. That is beautiful. They're so expressive. Sometimes the tree likes it too. Sometimes they really do. Sometimes they really do. Yeah. I always hug the tree. There's sometimes and also like yeah, there are times where I walk to the woods and then like the energy of the woods is like you can't come in today. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna trust that energy and vibration. Like not many times. I'd say like 3% of the times that I've ever gone to the woods, there has been like something going on in the woods and like all of a sudden I can't hear any birds. I'm like, I'm gonna book it. Thank you. I'm gonna go. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, I love it. You hug that tree. You hug that favorite tree and you remind that tree that you're there and you don't it's like you're not embarrassed to have that friend. Yeah. 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 Ask for consent. I love that. Oh, and I'm soon to book our one-on-one consultation. Yes. Yes. I'm so excited. That's beautiful. Yeah, asking for consent. And that's okay because I find that if that's what it's like and I've been laughed at for hugging them. That's okay. Allow other people to find their own discomfort in viewing you, because when people are authentic and I've mentioned this before, kind of like, one of my greatest feared when I started to come out as a woo and as, like, spiritual and pulling cards, I was living with a roommate at the time, and I have told the story, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself, and I had been pulling cards and doing all of my normal stuff in my room. And then one day I was like, I'm going to go into the living room. I'm going to go into the living room. That's my dining table. I'm going to go into the living room. And I was worried about getting laughed at. And I was like, okay, Sarah, like just go into the living room and just set up your whole thing and just pull your cards. And my roommate at the time came out of the room, saw me, pointed and laughed. First second, first second, first thing that happened was my greatest fear realized. And after that, I was like, I didn't die. Now it's over. Now I can go and live my life. And if anybody needs to laugh at me, that's a them problem because I'm doing the best I can and just trying to be a good person here. That's it. That's it. So if you're hugging your tree because the tree needed a hug and someone's laughing at you, that's their business. That's their business. Yeah. And it also brings me back to like the analogy of like someone who's doing better than you is never going to judge you. So like that. Yeah. 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 Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Listen to the omens of nature. Yeah. There have been times I'm like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Yes. The elements can for sure guide us. Yes. Yes. It's very freeing. I love that so much. I people laugh at everything I do, so I decided to raise that and give them something to laugh at. I love that. I love that. Let them laugh. Yes. Yes. And it's so important. And it's like sometimes I find that when people are uncomfortable, they laugh. I had an old friend many years ago that knew me as I was really starting to be more spiritual and speaking openly about my channeling. And he eventually had booked me for a few sessions, but at first he like laughed at a few things and he acknowledged it. He's like, I'm sorry, sometimes when I'm nervous, I just laugh and it's my coping mechanism. It's how I kind of like take a moment between action and response. It's like I'm giving myself there. He was like, I'm buffering basically. And so we can receive like a reflected projection. I think that's the word what I'm saying. Whereas like we can think that they're like laughing at me and I'm wrong, or where in actuality, sometimes it's like I used to do that as a kid. I used to hug trees as a kid, and then I lost that, and now it's like, "Huh, okay, well, look at," like, they could be laughing at themselves. So, unless it's someone that, and this is another, parable that I use in my life and I recommend to all of you, if you wouldn't trade lives with the person in front of you judging you, don't take anything that they do, laughing, perspective, judgment, or otherwise. I don't take judgment from anybody unless I purposefully ask them, "You, I allow your perception of me in, and I would love for you to judge me in this moment." It's very few people, less, like very few, very few. So if you wouldn't trade lives with someone, if you wouldn't trade lives with the person that's on the path, in the woods, in nature, amongst Gaia and the God of their understanding, laughing at other people, then let them walk by. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Laughing at yourself is some of the best medicine. I love that. And laughing can be a reaction. It can. Yes. Yes. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. This life is meant to be enjoyed in every way. We're meant to have fun. We're meant to giggle. Or sometimes, like, if they laugh at you, then laugh back, like absurdly. I used to do that as a waitress. If someone laughed at me, I would just like overtly laugh back at like and like stare at them like, "You wanna play? You want a jiggered pour? Because I can make that happen." Like, yeah. Oh, yes. I love that. Joy should be the thing. Yes. Hanging out in the periphery now. It's a lot of fun, and if, like, play with it. Play with it. I find my gentleness and my gratitude and my, like, deep understanding of people where they are now, but sometimes in my waitressing days, I was not always that way. I would just, like, open up the wound and make it uncomfortable for everybody. Yes, whatever we do, it should bring us joy and be fun. 100%. 100%. I love a good, and it's very much, I think I referenced it in the new moon and Pisces video, the deep dive video, whereas on new moons, we keep our vibration high, we keep our thoughts on what it is that we do want. But if we're doing something that we don't want to be doing, daydream about what it is that you do want to be doing and do what you are doing to the best of your ability. That's one of the biggest shifts, and I talk about it in the change video that's posting tomorrow, that I really went when I was waitressing, and I was very unhappy about waitressing, to living the life that I'm living now, which is I used to get so bogged down and so self, just like judgmental in myself, and just like crying and doing rage roll-ups and rage folding napkins. And then finally I switched my perspective and I would daydream about doing this and this life and getting paid to do this and getting paid for my energy work, and now I get to live that life. But it was one of the biggest change was my mindset when I made that change. Yes. Yes. I love what I get to do. Yes. Yes. But it sometimes slips out. Yes. Yes. I'm so grateful that like the vibration of I love what I get to do. And it's so special. And I'm so glad that you can receive that and you can see it and you can feel it, because it's very special to my heart. And the Aries Equinox, the multidimensional cafe turns 6 on Friday. Yes. Mostly during group therapy. I respect you. I respect you. That's the best place to do it. That's the best place to do it. Yeah, the cafe turned 6 on Friday. So she's getting up there. She's getting up there. I love it. I don't know the I don't know the time that I posted my first video or when I opened up my YouTube, and I went back. I tried. I looked. So we're just going to stay with an Aries rising, but it's an Aries sun at 0 degree and an Aquarius moon and an Aries rising chart. It's a wild chart. It's a wild chart. There's so much. Yes. I've been thinking about it. I'm not really sure how I'm going to celebrate. There's, yeah, possibly a birthday stream, possibly, definitely a video for, yeah, definitely a video, but we'll be streaming on Monday for sure. Every Monday feels like a good day, but yes. Mwah. Have a beautiful day, you as well. Glad you're here. Yes. 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 This cartoon, center point. Oh my God, I love that. I love that. Create that cartoon, please. I'm easily triggered. Leo, Virgo, Sun, Cap, Rising, and Moon. I see you. I see you. Yeah. Cat, Moon to Cat, Moon. I see you. Yeah. Yes. That's powerful, though. It's very, very powerful. Leo, Virgo, Sun, Cap, Rising, and Cap, Moon. What house is your natal sun in, if you don't mind me asking? Dreams, yes. Oof, yes. Even the manager had so much heaven. I had to quit. I quit on March 3rd. Wow, that's huge. Congratulations. Yes. Yes. The industry will spit you out when it's time. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Yeah. I'm proud of you. It's very much it's very it's potent when the shift comes, and yeah. 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 Creation is so helpful. Yeah, this is an exciting time, an exciting space to, how do I say? Community is so helpful. Like, this community is so potent and powerful, and I love how we show up for each other. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got spit out last year on the 25th of March, coming up on a year since then. Huge, huge Mason. Virgo sun in the 11th house. Love Capricorn moons. We're a good time. We're a good time. Cap moons. Yeah. Earth moons are just like, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. I love a good Taurus moon. They're so comfortable. It's so like just feel safe to be around. The Cap moon can sometimes it can go either way. It can, I think that sometimes, like when I was first really Leo sun Cap moon Virgo rising. Love that. Oh. Yes, yeah, sun in the 11th, like you said. Yeah. Very grounded. It's the earth moons are super grounded. It's the way it expresses itself can be very, very different. I find sometimes, like for my Cap moon, where it's like I can be compassionate and I can hold space, but then I'm like, you can monetize this, you know? Like you could write a book about what you're going through and help a lot of other people. Just saying. Just saying. Like, and could be a little bit intense where like I'm just trying to wake up in the morning. I did a short on this a long time ago where my Cat moon is like, did you do everything? Have you accomplished all of your dreams? All of them? Have you helped every person you've ever met across all time and space? And I'm like, just getting up here. I'm just waking up. Yep. Yes. Yes. Woo! Let me know. Let me know. Yes. Yes. Working with your chart is some of the best ways to understand why you're activated the way that you are. And it's, I find that, and I talk about this in my Awakened Mastery program, that like when you're brand new or just kind of like jumping into astrology and you have nowhere to start, like pull up your chart for sure, but look at the transits and how you're getting activated right now. And it could be like, oh, the sun is in my 5th house. So then you can research the 5th house, and you, oh, I have a new moon in the 12th house. So you can look at the new moon in the 12th house, like take it step by step, because it's a whole language. So instead of getting overwhelmed, just see like how you're getting activated right now. That would be the best place to start. 8 and a bed is so nice. Yes. Beautiful. Libra moon. Oh, so in the air. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was scary on the dot. It's spot on. The astrology is, it is spot on, and it's a great place to get to know yourself and understand yourself. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Scorpio rising, love the grounded energy. Yes. Yes. Taurus moon here. Oh, super grounded. I love that. Libra moon can be fun. You can see things from both perspectives, and you like things to be the right aesthetic, and it can just maybe be frustrating when people don't get the image that you're trying to project and trying to share. And that's, I feel like sometimes air moons, like Gemini moon or Gemini placements and Libra placements especially, it's like sometimes you can maybe be misunderstood as to like how deeply you feel and how like smart and like really well versed you are. And it's like, yeah, yeah, yes. Especially when it's good, it's really good for sure. Yeah. It helps hermit to just see the chart and to understand the validation that you get. And you're like, oh, that's why. That's why. And it's very important that I highlight that in my practice that knowing your chart does not give any of us permission to spiritually bypass feeling the feelings of it. Whereas, like my chart is really heavy in the eighth house. I have Chiron and Black Moon Lilith in my eighth house. And so I've had some deep, dark, transformative things happen in my life that I could look at the chart and say, well, that's why. But feeling the feelings and the emotions of the pain that I experienced was as integral as understanding the chart to the growth and to actually going through the stages of grief to complete the cycle of the emotions. We're in the human body. We have to feel the human emotions. So yes, yes. My Cancer rising loves me working with the moon, and I love working with my Sag moon. Mason, those big leaps, we've talked about it, that moon, all of a sudden, one day you're gonna be like, I'm completely in my new reality. And then your cat moon's gonna be like, or pardon me, your Sag moon's gonna be like, yeah, that was me. That was me. Yes. Water moons are so beautiful. I mean, like I do fall in love with like every single chart that I see. I'm like, look at how beautiful you are. I'm so happy that that resonates. It's important that like, that that's integral to my practice. I'm going to give you all of the chart reading. I'm going to show you exactly what's up in the chart, but tools to actually get you off of that merry-go-round and to integrate new practices into your life. But you have to feel them and we have to do the work. Yes. Oh, have a beautiful day. Thanks for being here. I'm so happy you dropped in. See you soon. See you soon. Yes. I love that Aries sun, Mason. I love that late degree Aries sun of yours. Tons of fire, tons of water in your chart. I love that. That's a lot of what we're going to be in Aries season. Fire and water. Fire and water. Yes. Yes. See you next Luna day. Mwah. Love you. Love you. Yes. Get on with your adulting self. Go have fun. Go have fun. It's beautiful. Don't forget to whistle while you work and do the thing. Keep the same joy as much as you can. And keep me too. I love Aries season. Absolutely love Aries season. It's a good time. And it feels very like, love you all. Love you. It feels very exciting. It feels very potent. And like we've had so many, like I talked about in my Cafe Chats email last week, we've had so many fresh starts. Like we entered the year one, fresh start. We entered the fire horse year, fresh start. Now with the Aries Equinox, it's the Astrological New Year, which is like the real new year of the astrology. And someone had asked a while ago, it's like, which fresh start or which new year do you follow? Personally, all of them. Every Monday is a fresh start for me. But I feel as though astrologically, going into Aries season and Mercury going direct, all planets direct, that's like a very energetic astrological, like go, go, go. Yes. Yes, you are all amazing. That's so okay. Don't even worry about it. 6 planets in Aries and 4 in Pisces. What's the fourth? The North Node in Pisces? Mercury in Pisces, Mars in Pisces. What's the fourth one in Pisces? That's totally okay. Yeah, we're going to have the sun, the start of Aries season, the sun. I wrote them all down. There we go. Sun in Aries, moon in Aries, Mercury Pisces, Venus in Aries, Mars in Pisces, Jupiter in Cancer. Oh, and water energy, pardon me. Yes. Yes. In your natal chart, Hermit, 3 in Virgo, 4 in Cap, and 3 in Leo. That's powerful. That is powerful. That's a mastery chart. I love that. I absolutely love that. What was I going to say? And for the Aries equinox, I also thought it was very fascinating that Pluto is going to be at 5 degrees of Aquarius. We've never had that. for our lifetime, we've never experienced Pluto at 5 degrees of Aquarius. It's been at 4 degrees for a little while, and this is the first time in our human life we've experienced that. So we are in this like uncharted territory. Yes. That's beautiful said, Mason. And I love how you work with that. Natal Venus is in Pisces too. Lots of balance. Yes. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Hermit. And you know where you're like, in my perspective, when we view the chart, it's my soul said, that's the perfect chart, perfect fit family, perfect situation, perfect contracts. Like, I'm so jazzed to live that. I'm so excited. Like, put me in, coach. Like, my soul was like, let me be born. Let me be born. I'm excited for this one. And chose that chart to be the absolute perfect stage to live out whatever it is that we came here to experience. And so when you have things that are pushed to one side or like all jumbled together or, stelliums or different things like that, it just is like, A, look here, and B, we can get obsessive. C, sometimes we can forget to ask for help. And that's something that I've experienced personally in my own chart. And we sometimes, if you're new around here, I'm an experiential learner. I had to go down pretty much every single rabbit hole and put myself in all the situations so I could come back to be like, that's what happens if you go down there, if you do it that way. Yeah, yeah. I've been there. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for being here today. This is such a vibrant chat today. How I was born 10 days early and how my due date was in Taurus. Nope. Nope, Mason. You're like, I'm an Aries. No, thank you. No, thank you. Absolutely no, thank you. Yes. Beautiful. That's huge, Hermit. That's huge. That's so huge. Oh, Mason, I had something similar to that like actively happen the other day where I was looking at my solar return chart and a friend of mine had mentioned like, yeah, what if you took like a little trip and you had your solar return happen on. I'm very new to working with solar return charts, so I'm aware of them and I'm still getting to know them. And so she said, yeah, what if you took a little trip? Like, what would be different with your solar return chart? And what I know my solar return chart is going to be is a Taurus rising conjunct Uranus, conjunct the moon in Gemini. And so when I did some research, I was like, okay, if I take a little trip north, how would it change? The only change would be that it would be a 0 or 1 degree Gemini rising, still conjunct Uranus and Taurus, still conjunct the moon. I was like, I'm going into a personal 9-year. I need some grounded energy of Taurus. Like I don't care if it's 29 degrees. I need to stay on a fixed axis. Like I can't do that. I can't do that. So I'm choosing like, nope, we're gonna stay at home. We're gonna go on a walk and we're gonna stay a Taurus rising chart because I don't think I could handle how like my only Gemini placement is my Chiron. So I don't understand. I love Geminis. I think that they're some of the most telepathic souls, sun, moon, and rising, heavy gem placements that I've ever met in my life. And I couldn't, I was like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it. So nope, I'm an Aries. Nope, I'm going to be a Taurus rising solar return chart. So I'm very excited about that for my birthday. And yeah, it's a good time. But what questions do you have for me going into this week? How can I best support you? Just like we talked about earlier, time flies by when we're in this live and in this chat. So are there any questions that I can answer? As always, please reach out directly. I'm booking consultations right now for one-on-one services, whether it's a recorded chart reading or a live session. Please let me know. Yes. Yes, Mason, it was so profound. It was so profound. Yes. Do I study lunar houses at all? No, I do not. Yes, no, I do not. Happy soon to be birthday. Thank you so much, Nigel. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I am going to do the live next week. So I don't know if it might not be a full hour, but I am going to do the live next week and connect because it's Aries season and it just felt like the right thing to do. So we are going to meet on on my birthday next week. So I'm excited to celebrate with all of you. Yes. It will happen in late March and into April when the sun moves into Aries. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. I'm excited. I'm excited for Aries season. I think it's going to be a good time. Thank you, Nigel. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. But any other questions that I can answer before we sign off for today? Like I said, we're talking about change. There's a video posting later. I'll post it after we close off here, and then another video and more of an extended on change tomorrow. So beautiful, beautiful. That's awesome. It's next level of planetary interactions. I'm going to study it's how the different phases of the moon affect things. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Then personally in my practice, I work with new moons and full moons, and that's kind of like I focus more broadly on like what to do the week between new moon and full moon, and then what to do the week between full moons and new moons. And that's available in my Foundations and Flow Astrology for Real Life. It's kind of like working with it more broadly, but it is not something that I deep dive into since the moon kind of skadoodadooches. I find that if I'm getting too caught up in the transits of the moon personally, it's like, sorry, go for your walk outside, go outside and go live. But the moon affects, I mean, the tides, everything. We're mostly water. Like it's really exciting that you're studying that, but I won't be able to speak to it. I'm going to get to learn from you. So I'm excited. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll link. I don't think I've linked Foundations and Flow Astrology for Real Life in a while. It's on my website. It's like when you're first getting into this, we go over the houses, we go over new moons and full moons throughout the houses. We go over yeah, what to do on new moons, full moons, and the weeks between. Thank you. Thank you. Boys to men. I'm gonna listen to that after we sign off today. Thank you. Doing just fine. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm excited. Yeah, this year feels super different. I don't know why. It feels very different from years past, and I'm feeling really excited and grounded. Kind of Circes, that's the 4. Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. No, you're so spot on. You're so spot on. I'm so grateful that you checked. It's Circes. Thank you. Woo-hoo-hoo. Beautiful. Beautiful. When we add the other like, all of, like, the, asteroids and all the different ones, it's profound. It's infinite education. It's beautiful. Yes. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Yeah, we're gonna have a we're gonna have a good time. Yeah, I wasn't sure about I was giving myself the opportunity. Sometimes I've worked on my birthday, sometimes I have not worked on my birthday, but next week my birthday's on the 23rd. We're gonna meet for 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and talk about all things Aries. It's gonna be a great time. Great time. And I'm definitely gonna have cake. I'm probably gonna have pizza. And I'm probably gonna plot after the live and hang out with Sybil. It's going to be fun. Big changes coming for the collective. Huge. And it's starting within us. It's been happening, in my perspective, it's been happening from within. All the interchanges that every single person's been making has been shown through into the collective, and we're all experiencing it all at the same time. And we're just holding hands, ascending. I love it. Oh, thank you. True, true. Yes, it does. I get so excited and fired up for Aries season. It's just like, it's palpable. It is palpable. This could be a good time. Sybil, she's so good. 100%. Like the rush of motivation surges within. It's like, go, do it, create, have fun, do all the things, all the things. She's so pure. She's been resting. Oh, it's so funny. She knows, like, she'll get up whether I'm on a live or if I'm in session or anything, when she knows it's like time to eat, where she starts staring at me like she just woke up from her nap and now she's like, Nigel says hi, honey. She's finishing her water. She's so cute. She's so freaking cute. I love her so much. I love sharing her with you. She's such a darling, and it's so special. So, ah, she is. Yeah, She's, what is she? Scorpio sun. Oh my God. What's her moon sign? Aquarius moon, Libra rising. Yeah, she's very smart. Hermit loves you, honey. I know. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. So many just blessings to all of you. I'm just praying that all of your abundances come in the way that you want them to. Embody them here, then now. Receive them here and now. Act as if. Do all of the things, reps and sets. And I will see you all next week. I'll see you in the next videos. Please reach out directly if I can be supportive to you, if I can be nourishing, you're ready to do one-on-one work, and I'll find and I'll link Foundations and Flow. If you're baby new to this, that's my kind of like Foundations and Flow astrology for real life, my foundational program. So you can use that forever. Mwah. Yes. Have a great day. So many blessings to all of you. I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone. Bye. Love you so much.